FIFA facing additional scrutiny over allegations of unfair ticketing practices. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton looking into claims FIFA misled some fans about the locations of their seats in stadiums.
FIFA has defended its dynamic pricing model for tickets. Troy Kless, he spoke to two sports experts who have one solution if fans want to see the games in person.
I'm joined today by two experts, talking about the FIFA World Cup ticket sales, which have been under scrutiny by fans. And also just this morning, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton announced he too is going to be investigating FIFA over its ticketing practices. So I'll start, Tom, with you. In your sports business experience, have we seen anything like what's going on right now with FIFA?
Oh, I think we've seen this sort of thing from time to time. I think a lot of people in the sport industry or fans have this idea that teams and organizations owe the fans a little bit more. They're part of the community as opposed to seeing it as a business. And we're used to dynamic pricing when it comes to groceries. The price of gas, stocks, that changes day to day based on the market. We got used to that with hotels and airplanes. And when sports started doing that years ago, there was a little bit of a pushback. And then people just kind of realized that's just a part of doing business.
Prices are getting out of, in some view, are escalating to a point where people may not be going to games anymore. Dominique, I'll ask you, how does that influence a fan's decision on where they spend their money on sports?
Sure. So a lot of what we see in this dynamic pricing, especially when it comes to once in a lifetime events or perceived once in a lifetime events for a lot of these consumers, they feel a scarcity mindset, and that's really driven by FIFA and really driven by a lot of these events that they are saying, this is the only time you're going to be able to purchase these tickets or go to this event. You have to buy it now. And that is part of that dynamic pricing, is driving that increased demand and telling people, because they're willing to pay, that this is the price that they have to pay. And we see that across concert venues. Flights have gone up so much, and gas has gone up so much, and people are still willing to fly. They're still willing to drive. And so if the market's willing to bear it, then they're going to continue to have that dynamic pricing and increase those prices.
If I'm a fan still, curious about maybe wanting to go to a game, what's kind of your recommendation for how they should, proceed?
I would definitely say wait, even though it seems like there's not going to be any tickets left and it seems that there's this really high demand. I know that for Texans season ticket holders locally, they sent out a crop of tickets and said these are the only ones. And then a couple months later, sent out another crop of tickets that they had more. We saw last year at the FIFA Club World Cup, we saw tickets go from 500 down to 15 or 20 the day before or the day of. So if you do wait and you do buy on the secondhand market, I think if you have that flexibility and you have somewhere to stay, you're not worried about booking certain flights or booking hotels. If you're able to drive, if you have someone locally you can stay with, or if you live here in the Houston area, I think it's best to just stay and wait until the day of or the day before, and those ticket prices are most likely going to drop.
And that is going to be where we wrap things up. I appreciate both of your guys' time as we approach just days away from the FIFA World Cup with 7 matches scheduled here in Houston.
Thanks, Troy. And hey, whether you've scored a ticket or not, Houston is getting ready to welcome the world. Ready or not, Ugochi Aloka is at Bush Airport with how the city is preparing for the rush.
We were escorted through TSA to check out what they called World Cup activations highlighted in Terminal A. It had everything from signs, games, and a special group of people waiting to say hello. Here's a look. Get a good look at these volunteers in blue shirts. They are a part of FIFA's Welcome Committee that will be helping passengers along with airport staff greet World Cup fans and show them where to go.
This is the largest sporting event in the history of the world. We've never hosted a World Cup in Houston before. The size, the scale of this, The enormity of it has been the biggest challenge.
So many partnerships, from law enforcement to the Houston Host Committee on Transportation, had to work together along with 4,000 volunteers stationed around the city for this event.
So we're going to have FIFA and we have our traditional busy travel season. So we're expecting during the 3-week kind of FIFA activities, it's over 4.5 million passengers flowing through our airports.
At Bush Airport, you can expect to see World Cup themed food specials like at Cadillac and more FIFA fun at Hobby Airport too.
We have free foosball tables for people to play. You know, we've got some AI video things where you can get your picture taken as a soccer player in your favorite team's, color scheme.
As for how fans and Houstonians can get around town, Metro says at the Houston Stadium, Shell, and FanFest, they'll have backup buses to handle crowd control.
I'd encourage people who haven't chosen Metro before to try it out for these World Cup games.
Their green and purple lines will get you to the FanFest every 12 minutes.
$1.25 on our local routes to get around. It's so easy to go on our website or download our app, Ride Metro app or ridemetro.org, and click the button that says Plan My Trip.
And Metro says they plan to operate 23 hours a day during all the World Cup festivities, including offering park and ride options on weeknights and weekends. Reporting at Bush Airport, Ugochi Iloka, KHOU 11 News.
Remember, KHOU 11 is your source with valuable information as the World Cup kicks off in Houston. Be sure to text the word soccer to 713-526-1111, and we'll send you links to road closures, the FanFest watch parties, and so much more.
To weather